talking about days 11 through 15 in this diet. And I'm going to be eating my ground beef seasoned with salt. Although I did throw in a couple of Angus dogs in here because it was, 3/4 of a pound and I was trying to make up the difference. So let me go ahead and talk through what happened the last 5 days, and then I'll talk about the changes that has occurred over the last 5 days while I'm eating my meal. So if you want to sit there and eat your carnivore meal with me, go ahead and get it set up and ready to go and come back. So here we go. On day 11, I ate like normal, except this time it was definitely, I got super full at 1.5 pounds. I wanted nothing else past that point. And day 12, I had to go to the DMV to get my ID updated. That was a whole story within itself. God, I'm sorry, Tammy. But ultimately, I had a 8-pack of Angus hot dogs with me because my feeding window is from 3 to 4. I bet you can't guess what time it is right now. And we were there at the DMV at that time. So sometimes you have to make choices. And I said Angus hot dogs, 8-pack. There we go. I ate 6 of them. Felt full, but I didn't. I felt bad about throwing the last 2 away, so I ate them too. But I did not want them. I had to force myself to eat them. The repulsion kicked in at 6. So the day after the DMV, super busy day. So busy, in fact, I forgot to eat. 3 o'clock came around, no hunger kicked in. I was in the middle of doing something. By the time I looked down, it was 7 o'clock at night. And I was like, oh well, guess I'm not eating today. My body obviously doesn't need me to. Also, there will be a weight update in this video, so make sure you stick around for that. And I would super appreciate it if you would like and leave a comment. If you would just do those 2 things for me, the algorithm will throw it out there to others in the carnivore community, and I would be forever grateful. Subscribe if you want to, but if you could leave a like and a comment, that would mean the world to me. Thank you. I really do appreciate that. I feel like we could be friends if you're in the community, and I would love to be your friend. So let's start. I would love to talk with you and get to know you. The more carnivore friends I have, the easier this will be for me. I'd like to be your friend. And anyways, so the day after that, I went 48 hours without eating. The day after that, 1 pound of meat. Why only 1 pound? Because I stopped eating before the hormones kicked in to make me repulsed by food. People are going to say, don't do that. You have to eat until the repulsion kicks in. I get that. I get that completely. But at 1 pound, I walked away and I was okay. And the weight loss doesn't lie. And then today, I'm eating about 1 pound, 3/4 of a pound of beef, and 2 hot dogs. So, that I sliced up and cooked in with the beef. I get it. A lot of people eat 3 pounds of beef a day. A lot of people eat 2 pounds of beef a day. I'm eating 1 pound of beef, and these are full Angus hot dogs, so it still counts as beef. Deal with it. The ingredient list just says beef and salt. So, my weight loss, I am 15 days in, and as of today, I am 15 pounds lighter. I am literally on track, losing 1 pound a day, eating, and at this point, my goal is to lose 30 pounds in 30 days on the carnivore diet. I don't know if anyone else has ever done that. Most people probably don't eat as restrictive as I am, but I will tell you right now, I feel fine. I feel fine for the most part. Now, I will probably do a 48-hour fast, water fast every week, and then every day besides that, eat 1 pound of beef. That's just probably how it's going to be, because I have goals, I have ambitions and dreams here. And a part of that is losing weight. And I think a big key part of success in anything you do, if you're looking at existential therapy, you will know that if you know the reason, if you know why, you can figure out the how. That's the whole point of existential therapy. If you know the why, you can figure out the how. So the question then becomes, why do I want to lose this weight? And the answer is, this fall, I'm walking with 2 bachelor's degrees. That's set in stone at this point. I start graduate school next year, and I will tell you, the mental clarity, my mental faculties have been so on point since starting this diet. I am flabbergasted, I would have to say. My mental acuity skyrocketed. My recall ability skyrocketed. My emotional intelligence skyrocketed. My emotional control skyrocketed. You know, I practice stoicism. You know, only control the levers that are within your grasp and don't worry about the ones that aren't. You know, that's like letting your day be destroyed by rain. You can't control the rain, so why let it impact who you are? Why let others impact your emotions? You know, you can't control other people, so why let them impact your emotions? The only thing you can control is yourself. And that's what I've been practicing through stoicism. And I'll tell you what, these Angus dogs cooked in with this beef, some of those like Angus flavoring or whatever the heck they put in there, leached into the fat, into the beef. Oh, so good. And so I've been asking myself, now that I have mental clarity, why am I doing this? Really, because if I'm going to have long-term success, I have to know the why. And I know the why now. I'm going to share that with you guys now, and girls, whatever. The why is because I am at an age and a point in my life now where I want a family. I'm just being honest and real with you guys. And I've been working on my mental strength, 2 bachelor's degrees. 1 year, next year I start graduate school, and it's an expedient program. So 1 year from next year, 2025 rolls around, I'm going to have my master's degree and be fully licensed. So my mental, strength is there. My emotional strength is there thanks to stoicism. My physical body I have neglected. And I want to be the best partner I can be to attract the best mate that I can possibly attract. And physical attraction is part of it. I understand that. So ultimately, I want to I have a list. I made an Excel sheet. Some of you guys are going to think I'm crazy. That's okay. I'm just being me. Man. Anyway, I made an Excel sheet and I wrote down a list of traits that I want in a partner, and I put a number value 1 through 3 of must-haves and then would like to haves. So why did I do that? I'll tell you. Let me swallow up. Let me grab a water too, because I'm a thirsty boy. Where's my waters at? Where'd it be my waters? Hold on. They're behind me. Okay. So the reason why I did this is because in stoicism, if you don't know your destination, then how do you know when you have arrived? You must have even if you never reach your end goal, if you have one in mind and you've picked an end goal, you can at least measure where you are in the ability to obtain that end goal. And I'll tell you right now, my end goal is to get married and have a family. 100% my end goal. And even if I never obtain that, through the practice of meditation and stoicism and having that as a goal, I can continue to better myself so that my chances of that goal occurring is higher. And even if I never achieve those goals, the journey is what's important. And the journey of self-discovery and improvement and mastery is the value of Stoicism. So on this list, on this Excel sheet, the things that I'm looking for, I've narrowed it down to 3 traits specifically that are 100% requirements for a partner. And as I lose weight, as I get back down to my 160 range, you know, hopefully it'll get easier for me to attract people. Not that it's hard now, but I will be the best me I can be. Self-improvement always. You're either getting better or worse. There is no in between. There's no stagnant there. So, beefy goodness. Oh. Yum. Sorry, I'm taking a moment to appreciate this. So, like I was saying, the 3 traits that I've narrowed it down to are as follows. 1, loyalty. I want a partner that can be loyal to the relationship. I realize that is a hard thing to find these days because everyone's sleeping around with everybody. I don't believe in that lifestyle. I don't support that lifestyle personally, and if you do, I don't judge you. But I want someone who is loyal. That is a must-be requirement. And people can say they're loyal all day, but you know, actions tell the truth, words lie. That's what I've learned throughout my years. So I want a woman that can be loyal. And I want a woman that can be dedicated to the relationship, meaning she has the end goal that I do in mind. We have to share the same goals, you know, and that means we both want a family. You know, if she doesn't want a family and doesn't want to get married, we're not a compatible match. That's just the end of the discussion there. And I get it. Some people don't want that lifestyle, and that's okay. But I do want that lifestyle, and that's also okay. So the third, so freaking good. The third thing on the list, and honestly, this one may be the most important. All 3 of these are vitally important. If any of these 3 are missing, you're not the right one for me. And that goes for any woman. And the third one is stability. That matters a lot. What do I mean by stability? I don't want it to be one day on, one day off. I need to take a break. We need to do this. I need, you know, let's not date for a couple of weeks. Let's go, you know. No, I don't want a rocky ship. I want a stable ship. And I'm not delusional. I absolutely realize that there's going to be disagreements. But the whole thing is talking through the disagreements, you know, like adults, like I am, coming to a compromise like you're supposed to do with a partner, and understanding that not everyone's going to agree about everything, and that's okay. You know, I'm not looking to find a partner that we have a disagreement and then she goes over, stays at her mom's for a week, you know, or every day is a new day where I don't know if today's going to be a good day or a bad day. No, I want stability, as I think most people do, right? So those are the 3 main traits that are requirements on my Excel sheet. And if a woman can check off all 3 of those, we can proceed to the next level. What is the next level? The next level is compatibility in person, or compatibility in when we're around each other for long periods of time, for days at a time. You know, just because someone may like you and you may like them, maybe you're not compatible with long periods of time. But anyways, you guys don't care about that. You're here for the carnivore diet. Sorry, I didn't mean to talk your ear off about that. But, oh, yes, that's right. One thing that I've noticed on this diet, now that I've gotten to day 15, day 10 through 15, the insomnia slowly went away. Thank goodness. Every day was a little bit easier to sleep, but a new sleeping thing appeared in the last 3 days. I'm sleeping twice. And I don't know if that's because of my low caloric intake or what it is, since I'm only eating a pound a day. Technically, in the last 5 days, I've only eaten 4 pounds of beef. Approximately. I don't know what it is, but I'll sleep for 5 hours, wake up for 2, and go back to sleep for 3. You know? And then I'll wake up and be fine for the day. So that's been a new thing that's happened in the last 3 or so days. But the initial falling asleep gotten easier. So is this new situation better or worse than the other one? I don't really know. All I can tell you is that it is what it is. And I'm cool with it. I feel rejuvenated, especially after the second sleep. I feel really rejuvenated. Like I said, I'm 15 pounds down, which puts me 55 away from my 160 goal. I'm coming for you, 160. I'm coming for you. Technically, I said 165, but I think I'm gonna go for 160, especially since it's been, knock on wood, this easy to lose weight. And I have my why, so I can figure out my how. Right? If you know your why, you'll figure out your how. And that goes for anything in life, not just dieting. And that within itself is the core basics of existential therapy. I'm not a therapist yet, because you have to have a license for that. But I have studied quite a bit of this in my undergrad classes so that I could get in the program to be a therapist. I've written papers on this. Okay? Literally, existential therapy, Rogerian therapy, Gestalt, behavioral therapy, all of those things I've written papers on. I know them. Which is why I'm able to get into the expedient program. Otherwise, I would have to go in the 2-year program so I could learn all this stuff in the graduate program that I already know. And I'm glad I don't have to do that. It's cheaper. So, I am walking every day. A minimum of 10,000 steps, regardless to how I feel. There is sometimes I feel really, really weak and really tired. I'm not gonna lie. Especially in the last 3 days. Due to not eating for 48 hours and then only eating 1 pound yesterday and 1 pound today. Energy, not doing so well. It is stabilizing, but when I get tired, my recovery time is longer now. That's the problem. Because my body's really using my body fat. And that's not easy for your body to get to, is your body fat. So when you get super tired and you need to recover, your body really has to focus on getting to that fat and get it rendered out so it can become energy. So my recovery time's a little high now. Oh well. So obesity, the actual term for obesity, is 40 pounds above your BMI. If I can lose 30 pounds this month, if I can lose 31 pounds this month, I will technically no longer be obese because I'll be 39 pounds over my BMI. I'll just be a normal fat guy. Blows my mind that I am 16 pounds away from no longer being clinically obese. At my heaviest last year, after my grandmother passed away, God bless her soul, I gained weight. And I did hit 300 for a month. I did not tell anybody about it. But after she passed, I turned to food for comfort. Because she was like my mother, pretty much. And it was just devastating and out of the blue. But in January, I was 257 pounds in January. And honestly, I'm glad this diet has made me lose more weight than anything else I've ever done, except for like long-term fasting. But this seems to be way more vital for long-term success. So like I said, the fatigue does kick in from time to time. And now I have double sleep instead of insomnia, which in my opinion is okay. It's better than insomnia. But the mental clarity, the emotional control, I love it. You know? It has really allowed me to reach that next level in my stoicism practices. And I'm grateful for that because the universe keeps testing me and throwing tests in my way to you know, the universe has a way of doing that where you will have new tests thrown in your way to test you. And I've been having my stoicism tested a lot this last month. And I can honestly say I have come out victorious. Not that it matters, but every test just strengthens my iron will. So I am grateful for the struggles that come along because they allow me the opportunity to become stronger. And every struggle that I can get past is one more that I have underneath my belt of success. And the more success you have getting through struggles, the less the struggles matter. Why does an anthill matter when you've climbed a mountain? You know what I mean? And then you learn that it's all okay. You have to just control what you can. Like for me, my weight, my intellect, my ability to provide for a family, all things within my control. And I'm doing that. And you have to forget the things you can't control. The actions of others, unforeseen circumstances. I don't know if you can hear that thunder, but it sounds beautiful out there. Speaking of not being able to control the weather. How perfect is that? I hope you're enjoying your meal with me if you're eating with me. And if you're just watching this, thank you. If you've gotten this far, you might as well subscribe so you can see the journey of me getting down to 160. I'm technically 55 pounds away. I don't know anyone who's lost 15 pounds in 15 days on carnivore. Of course, I don't know anyone who's done it as strict as I have either, so take that into consideration. Would I suggest doing this? Not before you know the why. Like I said, when you know your why and you've got it in your mind, those moments you feel weak won't budge you. They won't hurt you. And even if I never end up with a partner, if I spent the rest of my life alone, at least I tried my best. And I can genuinely say that, you know, because it's about what you do to try to make what you want to happen. Doesn't matter if it happens or not. Because if you know you've truly given your whole heart into achieving something, then you know your outcome, and that's the most important thing. To me, anyways. But I am content with living alone. But I'd rather have a family. I'd rather have a wife and children. And once I get through graduate school, I will be able to afford a house and afford taking care of a family if my partner chooses not to work. But that, of course, will be their choice. Again, I can't control her choices, and I wouldn't want to. If she wants to work, that's totally fine. I want her to follow her passions just as much as I follow mine, to whomever my future wife may be. That was the end of my 3/4 of a pound of hamburger and my 2 beef dogs. Quite delicious if you ask me myself. Yum, 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 yum. I'm drinking 2 bottles of water. It's good to stay hydrated. Oh, yes, that's one of the things that happened this last week. I got super dehydrated. When I went 48 hours without eating, I may have drinking 2 water bottles during that entire time. I got so dehydrated, my lips started cracking from dehydration and even bled a little bit. I didn't even realize I was dehydrated until I was super dehydrated. And then over the next like 8-10 hours, I would drink a bottle of water every hour until I was rehydrated. God only knows how much I weighed when I was super dehydrated. I weighed myself right before eating. I'm just super excited for this journey, you know? And I've been watching a lot of other YouTube channels that are going on this journey. And I want to make friends within the carnivore community. You know, so if you're part of the carnivore community, I'd like to be your friend. You know, please leave a comment down below. I'll support your journey, you support mine. You know, please hit that thumbs up. Genuinely, it'll help the algorithm share this out. And I would be forever grateful. Subscribe only if you want to. I don't want to force anyone to do that. And if no one's told you they loved you today, I love you. And remember, you have to love yourself before you can love others. I'll see you on day 20. Peace.